Hey guys, so the weather outside is pretty crummy, which explains the really bad lighting, and you might hear a grumble of thunder in the middle of this, but we have no choice. We kind of have to film today because this is supposed to go up tomorrow. And it's kind of appropriate that the weather is crummy because I'm going to talk about something that really pisses me off. I have a few Shakespeare pet peeves. One of them is people saying things like, oh my god, Romeo and Juliet is my favorite book, and because it's written by Shakespeare, that makes me super pretentious, because no it doesn't, shut up. And also, when people go around saying, oh my god, I can't believe you think that Shakespeare said that, you're completely wrong and you're an idiot. Because no, they're not, and, shut up. Misquoting Shakespeare is really easy. I mess around on Tumblr a lot, and I'm always on the Shakespeare tag, and maybe 80% of the quotes there aren't actually Shakespeare, and people reblog them unwittingly thinking that it's Shakespeare, and that's okay. I mean, I know that it isn't Shakespeare because I have read enough Shakespeare, or that I can see it and say, oh, well, that doesn't sound like Shakespeare, but to other people who are just getting into Shakespeare, they have no way of knowing. And even if you copy paste it into Google will probably tell you that someone else has said that Shakespeare said that too, because so many people on Tumblr have put it up. And, you'll reblog it, you'll say that's really nice sounding, Shakespeare probably did say it, some anon will come into your inbox and say, oh my god, Shakespeare actually didn't say that, you're so stupid. Which, no they're not. Shakespeare isn't easy, and it's not easy to get into because the people who like Shakespeare are, for some reason, really unwelcoming. There's a few people who are really nice about it, but trust me, there are people out there who are really, really douchey. So the question is, how can you look at a quote and, really know if Shakespeare said it or not? And any English teacher will say two words to you: iambic pentameter. When I was in high school and middle school, and all the times they told me to look out for iambic pentameter, I didn't understand what it meant because the explanation that they gave me was so bad that I was just like, whatever, it's a rhythm, fine, I get it. And it is a rhythm, actually, and Shakespeare wrote in a rhythm. You can sort of sing-song his words and it'll all come together sounding really nice. Now, I'm going to give you two examples of iambic pentameter, and I want you to take what you learn and apply it to everything you see on Tumblr, and that will probably help you to find out if what you're reblogging has actually been said by Shakespeare. If you end up reblogging it anyway, don't feel bad, it's not your fault. We're all learning. Shakespeare is fun. If you make a mistake, that's okay, you'll learn from it. So, let's look at this quote from A Midsummer Night's Dream. The course of true love never did run true. Okay, you can cut this up into 5 sections, and there is stressed and there is unstressed. And I kind of say it using a little sing-songy thing. I'll be like, the course of true love never did run true. And you will notice that there are 10 syllables in all, so you should be able to clap 10 times when reading a line from Shakespeare. And if you look at the caption that I have below me, you can see how I split it up with the non-stressed words in small letters and the stressed words in caps. And that is basically how you cut up a sentence to find out if it's, written in iambic pentameter. Another example is from Romeo and Juliet. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? I always do it. It sounds so stupid, but it actually helps me to figure out if it is iambic pentameter, and it actually helps a lot. You don't have to say it out loud, just do it in your head. And honestly, once you see that it is iambic pentameter, you're probably in the green. Obviously, I can make up anything that's iambic pentameter and say that it's Shakespeare, but that would take a lot of energy, and anyone who does that has too much time on their hands, and they should probably be reading Shakespeare instead of trying to be him. So I hope that helped. If you ever make a mistake and you misquote Shakespeare, don't feel bad about it. It's not your fault. It's not a bad thing. We all make mistakes. Nobody hatched out of an egg knowing every single line from Shakespeare. And you know what, these things have literally never happened to me. I've never had anyone yell at me about it, but I've seen it happen online and it's so annoying because I want people to love Shakespeare, and how can you love Shakespeare if the people who love Shakespeare are telling you that you're not good enough because you don't know everything from day one? Anyway, reblog whatever you want, do whatever you want, say whatever you want, check for iambic pentameter, you will be okay. I will see you next week. I hope you like this video. Subscribe, comment, talk to me on Tumblr, email me, do whatever you want, and I will see you next Sunday.